We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of one Edge of Eternities draft. Alright, we've got Hard Light Containment, 1-drop enchant artifact control. When it enters, exile a creature and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, and it gives that artifact ward 1. So that's pretty sweet. You do have to have an artifact, but 1 mana removal is pretty nice. Let's see what else we have. This is also 1 mana removal, and doesn't require us to have an artifact. So I could see the argument there. I mean, if you're able to avoid it, especially, it basically deals with everything. Doesn't give the permanent ward 1, but that's okay. We got a couple multicolor uncommons that are pretty strong. Yeah. And then we've got Scout for Survivors. So really, I think it's between one of the removals, probably, so we don't have to overcommit to a color. I could see maybe taking the Trajectory over it, because like I said, you don't need to have an artifact. I'm going to take the Trajectory. That might be wrong, but I feel like it deals with pretty much everything, the same thing, if you have Void especially. It's less susceptible to removal and doesn't require you to have an artifact. And then Repast a Black Rare, that's good. 2 mana, 4/1, Menace, Ward, discard a card, wow. Oh, I see. Whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and opponent controls. Well, if they don't have a creature, it's pretty amazing. I think we still take it. It's at least... I mean, it seems like a pretty big threat, actually. I'm okay with that. Ooh, well, we could take all Fate Stalker, too. That card is pretty strong. It's also another removal spell in here. This is pretty strong. I could see... I feel like a 2-drop 4/1 Menace, is, especially with the Ward ability, is pretty strong. It's also difficult to deal with. It's at least a good 4-power blocker. They're not going to want to ward... Yeah, I think we probably can comfortably take Saboteur. Like I said, if they don't even have a creature, you basically just have a 2 mana 4-power Menace creature. It's pretty nuts. I mean, it does have a downside, but that's all right. So we can take Alpha Real now. Maybe start to push towards blue-black. Otherwise, we have Swarm Color, 4-drop, 2/4 flyer. Okay, that's actually not bad. That is actually kind of cool. But, and then Ragost in here. But I feel good taking Alpha Real. I think it's a good card. Comes in, you get to loot. Better than loot, potentially. If you're running enough artifacts. Let's see what the Bruntar is. 6 mana, 6/6 reach. Oh, that's a cool card. Yeah, free spells. That's really strong. Grove Strider's definitely been impressive. The ward on that is totally relevant. If you're going to take Alpha Real, I mean, you really could take one of the other uncommons instead, but this one's pretty cheap, which makes me like it. So this is a 1-drop, +3/+1. Definitely building towards like a Warp Void deck if we take this. It's kind of nice because I feel like warping and having stuff die or leave the battlefield, it's potentially pretty easy, and then you get +3/+1. Modulation is more for 2 spells in 1 turn deck, but this Beckoner I was pretty impressed with too, with the warp. It's really nice, actually. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty good. +3/+1. I'll try it. I'll try it out. Some removal there with Focus Fire. Not bad either. Timeline Color. This card's cool. It's got haste. And it's got warp, so it's going to synergize well, but maybe we want the Infiltrator. But that's 2 spells in 1 turn. Deck. This is good with artifacts. And then the Carver 1-drop artifact, but I think it's Timeline Color versus Infiltrator, so we could actually take... I mean, the Infiltrator's pretty nuts. It is tough to go wrong. They're both uncommons. They're both good. This has warp, which is going to work better with Hilderblade and Trajectory. But you can only... But you get renewable warp with that. Maybe we'll take the color. That's kind of tough, but we're not 100% blue yet either. So I'm going to be happy to have the color regardless. 1-drop 4/1 Defender. Not bad. Some decent blue stuff here too. I actually like this card. Could just take the Whale though. Making stuff unblockable is deceptively good. It's better with +1/+1 counter stuff, though. This is for, like, sacrificing. Not bad. It's got lifelink, too. But I think we just take the Whale. This is a good card. Better than I mean, this isn't uncommon. And it's an artifact, but I'm going to take the whale. That whale's a good card. Warp for 2, sets up stuff well. Another whale. There's a heavy, some late red stuff. Oh, that's a cool card. Yeah, that's nice. Artifact or creature. Wow, so that already triggers. Yeah, basically, I feel like it triggers up almost everything. It's certainly better than a whale. Maybe. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. I think I'm gonna try this Unk out. Seeing it that late is kind of impressive because that card is strong, I think. Specimen Freighter. Oh wow, this bounces 2 things too. Jeez. I mean, the milling 4 card thing is kind of irrelevant, but bouncing 2 things for 6 mana is good, and then turning it into a evasive win con with some upside is pretty nice, actually. Pinnacle Killship is very playable too, but that feels like a good late blue pick. So I could take the whale now. There's Turbo Drone. I think we'll just take the whale. Okay, so now we have Prospector, a good solid 2-drop. Or take a late. I think I'll take a late kill spell. Yeah, we only have. Oh, we have 6 creatures. Yeah, I'm happy to take. I mean, it's expensive, but it's instant speed too. So I think the Sky Warden's actually pretty good. So we'll take that. Some late green stuff. We'll just take the common. I don't think we're gonna dip our toes in green. Yeah, I mean, we carved our way into black. Synthesizer Lab Ship, 1-drop. Beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 other target artifact control becomes a 2/2 flyer, and then it turns into a 4/4 flying vigilance. It's pretty nice. We have a decent artifact count, don't we? Oh, I guess only 3. Other options: Plasma Bolt if I go deeper red. Basically, I've got 4 good blue cards and 2 good red cards. Unless I thought I could splash, which I'm not 100% sure I can. Could just take the Lab Ship. It's kind of cool. You turn it on right away, and then you get a 2/2 beater. Little beat stick. It's not bad. I'm okay with that. Especially for a 1-drop. See the argument for it. Another Specimen Freighter. I mean, it's good. I like it. Depressurize is good removal, though, too. But I like the duality of the Freighter. Like, bouncing 2 things is a big deal. And then potentially, you know, eventually turning it into a big dude. I mean, the problem, of course, is if you don't have enough. But the thing about it is, besides the Lab Ship, the Freighters come in, they could be justifiably just a 6-mana sorcery that bounces 2 things, and you'd probably be decently happy. The fact that they double as like an eventual win con too is pretty nice. I'm going to take it over the Depressurize for that reason. And I think at this point, let's just commit fully to blue. Ooh, I've taken way too many, way too many spacecrafts. This is a cool card, but I don't think we need that one. But is there even another option? I guess we could take the Beetle. Beetle, well, Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel makes sense with... I think Sentinel makes more sense with 3 lab ships already. Or 3 spacecraft already. And this battle cruiser's cool, but we don't even have discard effects, I don't think. So I'll take this. Maybe we'll get the Beetle back. We'll see. But the Sentinel actually does make sense for this, because it just works so well in this plan. All right, this is a good card. I mean, getting more. I mean, that's really nice. Virulent Silencer. Oh, that's cool. Little Poisoner, huh? Another Whale. Modulation. We'll take the Assembler. It's a good card. And we already are up to 6 artifacts now, so I'm feeling good about that plan. This card is a big deal. We're definitely top heavy, but these whales are like 2-drops. We just need to stay a little bit busier earlier. So I could take the Shield Knight. I could take another grab kill. Creature counts at 8. We need about 7 more. I'm going to take another grab kill. This could be greedy since we already have... we only have 1 other 4-drop and it's a grab kill, so we'll wait on the Shield Knight. I think the Shield Knight would be good too, though. Okay, so 2-drop, 3/2, sack another creature or artifact and surveil. That's nice. I mean, could always use more cheap things. This gives you some value potentially. And then we've got Temporal Intervention. Oh, this lets you discard. We'll take the 2-drop. This upside is nice. This is just a very solid uncommon for limited. We actually have a relatively low curve. I'm kind of happy about that. So could take the operative. We're not really the cast 2 spells in 1 turn deck. I'm not blown away by that. Could just take the operative for casting 2 spells in 1 turn. It's certainly not bad. And there's heavy as well, but yeah, we'll just take the operative. Because we do need some more creatures, and it's probably usually better, especially since our curve is low, to go for 2 spells in 1 turn. I think we could use some more warp, but hopefully we can figure that out. Okay, another spacecraft, ramp 3. Yeah, we probably... This cerebral download is kind of deceptively good. Especially since we do have artifacts, but even if you don't, just instant speed. Draw 3 cards is nice. Particularly when we have instant speed removal. Get that dual purpose value. Do I need to kill your thing, or do I just want to draw 3 cards? That's why instant speed stuff is so good. Now we'll just take Dark Endurance. Very much doubt we'll play it. Divert Disaster, same thing. Just cut blue. Probably not going to play it. Could take the Bygone Colossus. I doubt we're going to do it. We don't have a way to really maximize it. I'll just cut blue. I mean, I don't think we're playing Modulation or Colossus. Yeah, getting a last pick card that's going to make our deck makes me kind of happy. This Frigate is a great card, but obviously we're not playing it. The Sculpting Blast is actually nice. You get an artifact out of it too, which is nice. Another chance to get the Zealot. I think I would take the Blast more. It's more value. Mechanizoa is good. We got the Beckoner here. We're up to 11 creatures. I'm going to take the Blast. I like it. It also makes a creature. It's just a good card to have. And it's return a non-land permanent, so it works well with like voiding too. Turning on void, I mean. Not peeing, but you get it. Unravel, counterspell. We got a manland. Another grab kill. I guess we could. We're definitely going to have to find some more creatures, but I'm not unhappy. I mean, I'm not going to take a Chrome Companion over it. I'm not unhappy having all this removal, but I definitely would like a couple more creatures. We're just a little bit late, especially when we're trying to run three spacecraft. But we have a lot of like bounce and disruption, which is nice. Got the warp. It's cool. And Hilderblade, it triggers the beginning of your end step. You get the free equipment. Okay. Hilderblade might not make it, especially if we're light on creatures, but that's okay. Take it for now. All right. Well, another Alfariel is welcome. There's another grab kill, but we need more creatures. Jeez, Embrace Oblivion too. That's sweet. I'm going to take Alfariel. I just like this card. Death Touch on your turn is relevant, but draw 2, discard. I mean, it's card advantage. And we likely have enough artifacts at 8 where we could probably discard an artifact. Probably have enough removal. We really only need maybe 2 more creatures, plus Cerebral Download should get us pretty close to where we need to be. As far as like overall creature count, so we're not too light. Got an interesting little deck here. I didn't even factor in how good Saboteur is as like a spacecraft enabler card too. Jeez, all these grab kills. Maybe the card's terrible and I just haven't played this format enough, but I thought it was kind of good. I actually like the micro sizer, but looking at like heavy, I'm just gonna take another grab kill. I'm gonna be okay with it. It is expensive. I guess I get it. Oh, this is a sweet card. Voidborn? Or Depressurize? I mean, Depressurize is great removal, but I'm going to take the uncommon. This is just an awesome card. It is dies, so it doesn't work with warp quite the way you want it to, but it does have warp, so that's nice. Another Mech and Shieldmate, or we could take the Prospector. We'll probably want higher artifact count for like... man, I kind of like Prospector too, but yeah. I have 8 artifacts. I'm just gonna take that. It might be wrong. Alright, another chance to get Technician, and rewards us for taking all those artifacts, but I'm gonna take the Beckner. I actually really like this card. Especially when you get like into the battlefield effects again, potentially. stuff die. It's also just nice late game. Don't really need any of this. This is kind of expensive. So is this. Although we probably could attack with spacecraft. I don't think, honestly, either one's going to make the deck. I'll just take the... Alright, getting Mechanozoic with 9 is incredible, because that card's absolutely making the deck. So there's Mental Modulation. We'll just take it. I don't think it's going to make the deck either. Whatever, we can cut something now. It doesn't matter. There's no sideboard. Take the Microsizer. Although we could get hexproof with this. Yeah, I don't know if either one's likely to... I don't think either one's going to make the deck. We have to make some cuts. It's probably going to be non-creature stuff. Four grab kills is probably too many, but especially since we're getting them like almost borderline last pick. But that's okay. Let's do some organization here. And we have 16 creatures, so I could actually... Yeah. Probably keep the Death Touch, dude. We want to keep our flyers. So really we're looking solid. Oh yeah, this is the reason to run all the artifacts. That's nice. Freighter too, that's nice. So yeah, we have to make 4 cuts. I think we can cut the Holder Blade because I'd rather just run like removal and disruption and stuff. And then we can cut at least 1 creature. They count these as creatures? They shouldn't. They're just spacecraft. It's weird that they're all up here though, because they're certainly not creatures. But yeah, we probably keep the lab ship. It's just 1 mana. Operative, we're really not going to be juking too often. Not that it's terrible anyway. It's still decent, but I could see the argument for cutting that, since we have to cut some things here. I could see the argument for maybe just cutting the operative, because we're not really casting 2 spells in 1 turn necessarily. So that puts us at 15 creatures. Probably could cut 1 more. I don't actually know what the weakest creature in the deck is. It might be like the Shield Mate. I don't really want to cut my artifacts too much, especially with the Assembler, since I think that's good, spitting out the robots and everything. But I could. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise I'd have to cut like 2 grab kills, which might be okay. But where does that leave us with removal? It's like a Trajectory, a Blast, 2 grab kills, 2 freighters. I think we could cut 1 more creature and probably a grab kill and be fine. We could go to 14 and not really be too hurt by it. So what's the weakest creature now? Could be a Shield Mate. I don't really want to go down on artifacts, but I think there's a reasonable argument for it. Play things that it can actually attack, primarily being the main one. And I just think the Zealot isn't uncommon for a reason, because it doesn't have a stipulation on it. And that upside is actually nice, just sacking artifacts to get value. Make your card quality better. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty satisfied. Probably cut a Shield Mate, cut a grab kill, and call it a deck. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think it's good. Color-wise, slightly more blue than black. We do have double black, we have double blue, so I don't know if it makes a difference. We'll just go with what they said. And yeah, looks decent. Not amazing. We've got disruption, we've got evasive win cons, we've got a plan. So we'll try it. We'll see you round 1. All right, we can keep this. Actually, the Zealot is amazing with warp. I didn't even think about that. That's super good. So options here. I think we just play the whole Carver first. Into turn 2 Zealot. Into warp. Oh, it's another target creature you control. All right, that makes sense. So it can't warp itself, but that's going to be a combo. You warp, you stick it on a creature with, well, maybe it doesn't work the way I think it does, but that's all right. Alright, so blue, get in for 1. Sell it. Pass. Okay. Should be able to turn the lab ship on, which is kind of nice actually. Can turn the lab ship on right away. I see. I think we actually are going to get in for 5 points of damage. So we go lab ship. We go Beckoner Warp. And we're going to get in 5 points of damage here. So this, we use that. And for 7 points of damage here. It's pretty massive. Especially if they block here. We pass. We got Grav Kill too, which is nice. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I'll play there. So next turn we can play the Beckoner. So you can only do this as a sorcery. You see the dilemma. That's alright. We'll do the Zealot here. And pass. For 2. And I'll leave up the Grav Kill. Shepherd. Beaten down pretty well here. I think they probably have a fight spell is my guess. So I'll just go for it now. They can fight my Zealot in response. That'll be okay. Not the end of the world. They still end up losing their dude. So that's okay. That makes sense to get the extra damage. They get a lander token though. Alright. But they're taking just a boatload of damage here, so. So we're getting in. Alright, gonna be a 2 life. So it's pretty close here. They gotta deal with a lot of dudes. They gotta deal with 2 lethal flyers. They gotta deal with my Beckoner. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better if that's their best play. We gotta have like a fight spell here too or something. Alright, we got there. We'll see you for the next one. Alright, so we're gonna play first. We got a good hand. We get to go color into Alpha Rail. Oh yeah, oh no, you can only warp, no, you can do both. Wow. Well, pay 2 life to deal 2 life? Sure. It's probably worth it. Hopefully. We'll find out. I play against Hyper Aggro. Maybe it's not the best idea, but who knows? Well, can cast it from my graveyard using its warp ability. Lest you forget, can bring it back. So Alpha Real may have us discarding Specimen Freighter. I guess it depends. Night Captain, good card. All right, let's do Alpha Real. Well, now we can ditch a Hulk Carver pretty comfortably. I think we will. Definitely keep the land, yeah. So then we've got potentially Grav Kill next turn. We can do the Beckoner. Got some options here. We can warp Beckoner plus leave up Sculpting Blast. That's not bad. We have Death Touch as well on our Alpha Reels. Our rail. On our turn only, though. So I have to be mindful of that. So are they playing +1/+1 counter deck? Sky Stinger. Well, I can tolerate that. All right. So, like I said, I can do the Beckoner here. I'm kind of okay with it. Lets me get in for 4 points of damage and leave up to Sculpting Blast for the Sky Stinger, which I think is good. Oh, they didn't read the Beckoner. They're gonna really regret that one. Really regret that one. So now ditch the Freighter or ditch like 2 lands. It's actually more challenging than one might think. I'm gonna ditch the Freighter and keep more cards. It's not, to be honest, it's not optimal, but I think it's okay. Yeah, they did not fully think through. It's okay, I made a mistake the first time I played against Beckoner too. I'm gonna punish them so badly here. They're gonna get punished so badly. So they're gonna attack. We're going to bounce the token. I see. I think we still just bounce the token. We're not gonna get the 1/1, so it actually. Oh, I see. I actually have to bounce the Stalker. That's fine. Not a huge deal. We get this once again. As if we didn't have it enough. Now I'll ditch 2 lands. Although I could just ditch... No, I don't need to ditch Alpha Real. That's fine. So I can just draw more cards off of it. Alright, so Voidborn, but no, we're going to do the Beckoner, the big boy. And buff up that and get it for 4. See if they want to just chump. Totally fine. So now their Stalker is probably going to take out the Beckoner, and then we've got Grav Kill to take care of their Stalker. Beckoner is going to come back. We're going to hit for another 4. So we've got our turns mapped out. In fact, I get to do Grav Kill plus color, which is even cooler. Okay. I see. Slight change of plans. Let's just do Grav Kill. Because that thing had Death Touch. Pay our warp cost. Get in for 8 here. And I'll still play the land. And they're in a pretty tough spot now. I think they're actually dead next turn if they just jam a Stalker. Because we're going to kill it with Grav Kill, play the color. We get the Beckoner back. Oh, I guess the Beckoner won't be able to attack, though. So we're not dead. They're not dead. But they're in some trouble. Alright, so Grav Kill. I forget why I get to... Oh, I warped it so I get to cast again? Wow, color is incredible. So once you warp it, it actually comes back as another card you can cast later. I didn't even think about that. For some reason, I thought you just had to keep warping it, but that doesn't make sense. So it actually worked out pretty nicely. So they're at 4. Yeah, they're super just dead. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, I guess I could have played Voidborn, but they're tapped out, so it's largely irrelevant here. I think it's Death Touch, so that definitely doesn't matter. All right, we'll see for the next one. Got ourselves a good hand here. Yeah. I don't think we hold off on the assembler. Yeah, that's fine. So I could warp for trajectory value, but don't really need to do that. Alright. Sure. Alright. Just gonna hard cast it. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Do the whale, so we can warp and trajectory the Wayfarer, but it only gets in 2 points of damage. I don't like it. But I also don't want to hold off on the whale. That's true. I'm still just going to do the whale and be okay with it. So I guess we want to keep both. Yeah. I can keep the Grav Kill on top for next turn. Oh, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. So pass. So I can do the Assembler next turn. Attack with the Shield Mate. Set up for a Freighter. Yeah, that's actually nice. If they want to use removal, I'm okay with that. We don't need the Voidborn to win this. We've got more important creatures to get out. But working towards the Assembler into the Freighter is going to be good. So I only have 4 mana. I definitely did not order this correctly. Yeah, I screwed that up. I don't know why I thought that was a big mistake. So now I'm going to miss out on a 5-drop next turn. Yeah. Darn. Alright. That was a mistake. Big mistake. Huge tempo swing against myself. So I guess the plan is just Grav Kill their worm on their turn after they play it. Not optimal, that's for sure. Pretty suboptimal. Ooh. Playing 3-color too, that's pretty sexy. I mean, we're clearly telegraphing Grav Kill too, but I don't really have a choice here, I feel like. Alright, so Grav Kill the worm. Play the Assembler, we'll smash with the Shield Mate. Offer the trade. They'll lose a life. Kind of surprised they wanted to make that trade, but I'm okay with it. So Freighter next turn. And we can, I guess, wait maybe to bounce 2 things. You can play the Whale next turn. That's not bad. Freighter would net us the robot, though, to help station this little fella. But, yeah, I suppose we want maximum value out of Freighter. We need to draw land to be able to do it anyway. Let's see if they're just going to use some removal on Assembler. I'm okay with that, too. We've got Whale coming down next turn, so... Alright, that's not that big of a deal. Good blocker against our Assembler right now, but we do have Trajectory. That puts us in a good spot. So we have Grav Kill as well. Or we could just play the Whale now. I feel like playing Whale, I think I like the most. The reason is, best use of mana, puts more threats on the board. Down Dang, I kind of want both these cards. Yeah, we're gonna keep both. That's all right. So I could offer the trade with the Voidborn. But I'm gonna pass. We're waiting on this. Got at least 2 turns of non... Man, I guess I could have bottomed the Menace dude, but no, I don't like that. Maybe I was supposed to do the Menace dude first, though. Yeah, I could see the argument there. Mm-hmm. Guess I should have attacked first in case they have, like, way to give reach. Not that it would be the absolute end of the world, but... I'm gonna wait. I don't have Gravkill mana up now, so they can diplomatic relations us. Didn't do it though, so they must be fearing something still, which is good. We just want to play their fatty so we can deal with it. Oh man. Darn. Oh, I see. Okay, well that's cool. We at least get to sack everything, but they got us pretty good there. So sack that, surveil. Oh, I see. Well, doesn't really matter. Four cards in hand. We want them to res our creatures so then we can freighter, bounce it. Guess there was maybe some incentive to do that slightly different because of that. 3 surveils is nice. For them, not so much for us. So they got rid of an Edge Rover, which is a pretty good card. I don't mind if they just surveil cards because they just want to get rid of cards that aren't good enough. Like, we basically left Saboteur on top because they're at 11 life, it's 4 power menace, but there's definitely a decent argument that's not going to be good enough. When I could have gotten some extra surveils off, but 4 cards left in their hand, so... yeah, I'm just going to trajectory now. Since they didn't surveil before, they likely won't surveil here. We'll do the Saboteur. And then if they just play a fatty, at least we have Gravkill, so we can attack. And they can't really comfortably do much about it. And actually, Freighter works well with the Saboteur too, because even if we buff something up, they bounce it, and that's fine. Yeah, great card, but we're definitely gonna deal with that. Played the big fat fatty. Ooh, 2 freighters. Well, it's not optimal. Hopefully just a fatty I can bounce, rip a land here, bounce, and then bounce again. They have to discard if they want to kill it. I like that. Yeah, it's alright. Worked out okay. They lost a couple cards for it. What do they get out of this? Target opponent loses 3 life, sacrifice the target, gain 3 life. Okay. Nice one. Alright. So we do the Hulk Carver. Though no menace, right? No, it does have menace. Whoops. Alright. Get in. Sentinel. I guess. Yeah. Still just chilling. Basically, we're just hopeful Freighter does some serious work for us. I need to stay away from... Stay more than 3 life, or that Dubious Delicacy will get us too. Because that can drain us. It's a good card. Are you going to use it now? I'm okay with that. Alright. Not the end of the world. So, still need to rip a land. Oh. Well, it's going to make it a little tougher, but I'm going to see what we can do here. Okay. They're going to have basically all the lands in their deck at this point, but we still need to rip a land. Alright, we got the land, that's good. So we can do the Freighter. Bounce the Wayfarer and the Land Seeker. I have all gas here in just a moment. How many cards I got left? 14. Okay. Well, if they keep self-milling, or if they keep digging out all their lands, the Freighter could potentially get there if we can station high enough, but we're a ways away from that. Especially if we're ripping lands here. Huh. Well, not looking too bright now. Let me know what we've... Basically, the board wipe got us pretty good. Didn't really recover from that. But that's kind of what board wipes do, so... I think they've got probably all their lands at this point. Alright, do this. Maybe I was supposed to sandbag because of that. I need to discard an artifact and still have another creature to even live. Actually, I don't even know if that does it. Alright, see you for the next one. Okay, we'll keep. I don't really need to trajectory that. So we'll hold off. Actually pretty good against us. Guess we'll ditch double black and double blue. Shoot. Alright, I'll ditch an island. Alright. No reason to bounce a Hulk Carver for a 1/1. Ooh, that was a good rip. So we'll do the Alpha Reel now. No artifacts to ditch, huh? Guess I could ditch a couple swamps. Yeah. I don't love it. We've already lost 3 lands. Sure. I'm okay with that. Alright, so we have Zealot. Voidborn and Zealot. Let's do Zealot and leave out Blast. I guess I could just Trajectory the Faithful now. Yeah. I don't really want to trade, so I'm okay with it. We have another removal in hand, so it's probably fine. So we can Grav kill that. And for 3. No real need to warp this. Oh, that's cool. All right. Freighter. All right. Do the Voidborn. And Bass. Leave up the Sculpting Blast. Not the most exciting use of it, but you can do it whenever too. It's nice. All right. 2. So you get 2 spells? It's pretty nice. Going for it. I'm alright with that. Oh, they don't want to? Okay. Let's do Freighter. I think I'm gonna station. Main reason is I get 2 points of damage in now, and we're quite a ways away from getting this online. But they're gonna have those hull carvers, so I kind of don't mind them replaying them. Well, I don't love Desculpting Blast on a Nebula Dragon, but I do like Grav Kill on it. At least it's sack an artifact. That helps. All right, pass. So I guess we'll blast the frontline War Rager. When is the trigger? They're gonna still get that instep trigger, unfortunately. But I have to do it during the. It has to be attacking, so I guess yeah, that's probably still the way to do it. At least it was just a couple lands. I guess that's good. All right, color. Kind of suboptimal here, but that's okay. Kind of need to rip another creature here to get this freighter on mine. Hmm. Yeah, we need to rip some action here. It's not going to do it. Am I dead? 4, 7. I guess I can't. Might as well do that one, I guess. So we're not dead. Pretty close, though. So we'll block probably the, I guess the scrapper, I don't know. All right, see you for the next one. No black mana, but we got the whale, so we'll keep this for sure. It's good enough. All right. Hopefully find a black mana here. Oh, yeah. I guess we... Shoot. Yeah, it's fine, actually. We can keep both. So, yeah, next turn we play the Saboteur. Then maybe the color. I guess we can block here. And at least we get to go whale next turn into Mechanizoa. That's pretty good. We can ditch lands at this point. We can play everything. Actually, maybe I was supposed to leave the color back. I just figured take advantage of the haste, but in hindsight, maybe that wasn't the right move. All right, so jam a whale here. And yeah, we can probably ditch the Sentinel and keep the Grav Kill. Pass. If they have a combat trick or removal, I guess we're in some trouble, but it's all right. We'll go for it. Oh. Well, we'll trade the pilot for the color if we have to. So I think we actually do warp the color, because otherwise we won't be able to recast it later. So I think that's fine. Make the trade. So we're going to lose a little more life doing this, but... Other option... Yeah, probably just actually leave up the Grav Kill. Go to 6 if I can play the whale here. Yeah, I'm going to play the Grav Kill. This way, if we rip another black mana, we can actually do color plus whale next turn, which is not bad. What are they going to bring back? Grav Kill is going to exile, so... They're gonna bring back the Meccan to get in for 3. Alright, so be it. So we'll exile that, take 3. And then we did get the land, that's good. So now we can do whale for the surveil, whale for surveil, surveil whale. I don't need the shield mate. Gravkill will keep. Play the color. And we'll get in for 2 here. And then pass. Sorry, I had to give my son some milk here. What'd I miss? Nebula Dragon, they dealt 3 to us. They got a Scrapper as well. They're stationing. It's a 5/6 at 10. Okay. That's pretty big. For sure. So we'll probably have to Mechanizoa the Skiff, which is suboptimal. But that's what we got. Oh, another Gravkill, that's right. Let's just tap the... Well, I guess... Jeez. Let's warp this. Tap the dragon. And then pass. Shoot, they're going to be able to do the Scrapper. Yeah. Darn. Shoot. I guess, yeah, I should have. Yeah, because now they're going to get the Scrapper value. Darn. Yeah, I got distracted and screwed up. So yeah, they're going to be able to draw a card here, which is pretty suboptimal. Yeah, that sucks. All right, bummer. Yeah, I screwed up. Yeah. Magic's a fickle game. You got to pay close attention or you can easily throw the game away. Alright, so now we play Mechanizoa. Tap the dragon. And I guess we'll get in for 5. Which means I should have attacked with the whale last turn too. Darn. Alright. Not the end of the world. We are at 4, however. So I can't really attack with Mechanizoa either. But yeah, they're going to be able to force me to chump block with the whale if I don't deal with the dragon here. Do I have any grab kills left? I guess I have 1 grab kill left. That's pretty insane, actually. I guess I can... Yeah, they really kind of dropped the ball with that one. Let me just read 2 lines. Shoot. Darn. Oh, darn. All right. So, yeah. Darn. I guess at least they're chumping. That's good. So I have a blocker for the dragon again. Let's see, they got Expansionist. Cradlelander. Alright. Yeah, obviously a block. Darn. So let's say they get a land. That turns into a 3/3. So, yeah. Shoot. I guess just this. Did they sack the land there? Wow, they didn't even sack a land. That is crazy to me, but I mean, opponent is doing everything in their power to put us back in this game. We should be so dead right now. It's insane. We still end up losing, and they're juicing the wrong card. I don't know what my opponent. It's almost like they're toying with me because this has got to be some of the worst plays they possibly could have done. Actually, to be honest, it's very embarrassing how terrible I'm doing with how terrible they're playing. I should win with the series of mistakes they've made here. I should have won by now, but it really makes me worried about how terrible my deck is, to be honest. I mean, they really are letting us beat them here, which is just insane. Wow. They really just absolutely did everything in their possible power to hand us the victory there. So we'll see you for the next one. All right, we'll keep this. It's a good hand. I mean, granted, we need a land, but I like it. Looks good. Zealot into Warp. Ideally, Zealot into Alpha Real. That would be the absolute best. Getting a land there is nice. We still don't have a artifact to discard. Been kind of lacking on that a little bit. Well, I wasn't going to block there anyway, so I'm okay with that. All right. Yeah, jam our first Alpha Real. We've got discard fodder now. That's good. All right, good. We got the artifact, 2 artifacts. So we'll ditch the shield mate and get in for 3. And pass. Still need to rip another land. Worst case, if I don't rip a land, I could do Alpha Real. They're just desperately looking for their second color. Okay. So we'll block and then prevent the damage and then sack it and surveil. It's going to die anyway. And yeah, we'll ditch that. I don't want to, but need the land here. So now we're up to 4. So we'll do Alpha Real again, get in for another 3. And we'll ditch the Sentinel. I think I'm all right with that. So we can keep the land plays coming. We'll pass. So we got a Lantern next turn, which means we can do the Beckoner plus leave up to Sculpting Blast if we want. Got some options. Found their green mana, but we've got multiple kill spells here, so I feel decent. Yeah. It's a good start for us. How do I want to do this? Do I just want to grab kill? Honestly, I could do... make them recast their worm by doing blast and get another... Yeah, I kind of like this. This could be wrong, but I'm going to do it this way. And we'll get him for 5. Guess I can get him with the Alpha Rail too. Gives him another loot off Navigator, but would I rather get 7 points of damage in? I guess not. We'll just get him for 5 and then leave up Blast for the worm. So we get the 1/1. And then we have Grab Kill next turn, which is pretty good. Maybe if they try to fight or something, I'll use Blast without getting the full value, but I think I'm all right with that too. They're definitely looking at our mana, understandably, as they should. That one's pretty irrelevant. Definitely want them to cast something else. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I'm all right with that. All right, so we can trade with the Navigator and bounce the worm. And this 8 to get to the dream spot. So I'll bounce the worm. And trade. All right. Ooh, I like that. Makes sense though. All right, so we have the whale. So we have 6 mana. Still not quite optimal, but that's all right. That is okay. So they are going to have the greenhouse online, but they'd have to tap out for that. So that might be okay because we got grab kills. So I'll do the whale plus a grab kill is my plan. 2 mana 5/4s are nice. It's a good rare. All right, that's could be better, could be worse. All right, they're going to be able to get that online as well. Huh, wonder why they could have attacked with their dude if they'd done that differently, huh? It's pretty strange. Oh, they're not even, well, it makes sense that they're not turning it on, I guess. All right. So let's do the whale. Warp here. Ditch that. I guess we can keep the... Yeah, I suppose we can keep the lab, get a 4/4 vigilance, flyer. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. Then we'll play the land. And decent opportunity to kill the technician and get in with our flyer, I guess. But I think we're just going to chill this turn. Got quite a few threats we got to deal with here, though, so not the easiest spot to be in. All right, took 2 flying, which is still decent for us. No play, huh? That's pretty surprising. Well, guess I'm gonna exile the escort then. Huh? It's strange. So I'll do the lab ship. And do this station here. And this, go for 6. Taking it, huh? Oh. It's unexpected. So we'll then do the whale. Surveil, ditch land, keep grab kill. And we can station here. And then pass. Just like the worm down. Yeah. Got 2 grab kills in hand plus 8 mana, so it's gonna be tough for them here. Maybe they accidentally meant to station, but they tapped it for mana instead. That could have been what happened. Now that I think about it, 1 card in hand, but they're also tapped out. So I think they're toast here. I think we got them, thankfully. Plan is Zealot to activate Lab Ship, and then we grab kill their 2 flyers. They're getting in. Oh, I guess. Sure. So we grab kill Technician. Lab Ship here. Yeah. All right. See you for the next one. All right. This hand's fine. Yeah, actually, I mean, we have a turn 2 play. We want to play our swamps first because we have the Null Collar, but turn 2, we get to do the Whale. Turn 3, Sentinel. Not bad. Really not bad. And our opponent mulled a 5. I mean, what more can you ask for? No reason to warp. Ooh. What are we discarding? Probably the Void Burn, honestly. I like the card, but... Ooh, Lab. Alright, well, let's do the Whale first. Best use of mana here. And... yeah, we'll keep the lands because it sets us up for download. And then we get grab kill as well. So basically we could go Sentinel into grab kill into download. If we can live long enough, which hopefully we can. Alright, so we'll go land, Sentinel. Might make the trade with the Void Burn here. Depends on if they let us or not, but just because they've mulled the 5, so we just need to outlast their hand, essentially, and we'll be fine. Because I'm 2 turns away from playing the Whale. But blocking there, we definitely just block it. Do they have the juke? Keep it alive? So they were going to lose life and do it? Alright. They had exactly what they needed there. It's a tough spot. Oh, their guy doesn't die. It's indestructible. I thought it was the... Thankfully, it wasn't the one where they, like, come back or whatever. So they have 1 card left in hand. I could do the grab kill on the Voidborn. It prevents 2 damage here. But Hulk Carver Death Touch is going to be able to attack in the Whale. I think we're waiting. We're probably just going to grab kill the Voidborn. Alright. Well, they're doing good. For a mull of 5, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. Actually, the didn't die, so we don't even get drained for that, which is nice. Alright, so we go land, Whale. We don't need any more lands now. Ditch those. And then we've got download, but no artifacts. But we'll have 1 artifact. So we'll have artifact plus download. That's good. No need to station right now. Heavy's pretty good. That's a problem. So let's see. We've got... They didn't attack with the Hulk Carver, which is a big mistake on their part there. So I can do the Cerebral Download. Another choice is to play the Whale. Tough spot, actually. I think the play is Lab plus Whale here, actually. Symbler is fine. Don't need the land. And then we can station twice because we're not blocking anyway. We take 1 extra damage. Next turn we at least have this online. It's got Vigilance, which is nice. And can trade with the heavy, so that's actually really good. And we have them on a 2-turn clock with the Symbler. This lets them potentially find a spacecraft. They didn't. They got a 2-3 instead. They're going to attack with everything. But we're getting in pretty good here too. They're at 9, so 4, 7, 8, 9. So they do have Xaxes lethal, which should be cognizant of here too. So I think actually we're just going to station here. And then doesn't matter. So probably just get in with the vigilance. Could get in for 7, but no, we're just gonna get in here and pass. And that way we can trade the Symbler for the heavy. We can just take the Death Touch guy for now. And we have another blocker. So this is actually a decent board for us. But hey, they got 3 cards in hand and they mulled a 5. I mean, they're doing good. They're doing really good. Like a removal spell here puts us in a tougher spot. Got to trade with the heavy. Hey, that was really good too. That absolutely puts us in a pretty challenging position here. I'm probably going to have to lose 2 guys of that heavy now? Dang. That enhancer did its job. Yeah. Shoot. Guess we double block here and take 2. Pretty suboptimal. Pretty dang suboptimal. That's for sure. Oh, Freighter's nice though. So we can bounce the... Well... Huh. I guess we do want to wait a turn on that, don't we? So we'd have to trade our... Shoot. Guess we'd have to trade our whale for the Hellcarver. But then we're going to Cerebral Download. Maybe I was supposed to play that on my turn. I could see that. That would make sense. They don't have the mana to play that. That's good. Yeah, I mean, they got removal here. We're in pretty big trouble. All right. That's probably fine. Probably. Maybe I was supposed to attack with the whale. Yeah, because then we would have had lethal. Darn. That was a mistake. Oh wow, attacking everything? That's pretty brazen. Alright. Yeah, that's really brazen. So block here, block here. We take 2, 4. Okay. Yeah, that's actually fine. I'm just gonna play this now. Ditch that. Draw 3. I got grab kill. That's nice. I'm still 1. I was gonna say 1 shy of lethal, but is that actually true? Because we have 7 mana. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoot. 4, 7. Shoot. All right, whatever. We're probably fine. How much mana do they need for that? 5. So they can't do that. Oh no, I could have warped the color, so I did have lethal. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Shoot. All right, I'm just getting in here. I'm playing it safe still. So yeah, I had Beckoner plus warp, and that would have been lethal. Darn. I think. Or wait, warping this, would that have been lethal? Because I still would have had the blocker? No, they wouldn't have had a blocker, right? Because I bounced the 2 things? Well, they would have had the blocker if I didn't bounce the 2 things, so maybe I didn't have lethal. Now I can't remember. All right, well, we ended up winning anyway, so it worked out. Yeah. All right, whatever. We got there. We'll see you for the next one. All right, good hand. Whale into Alpha Reel. Ooh, love the way that land looks. So we want to play our black mana first. I guess technically still need one land to be able to play all of our things. Shieldmate there. So Shieldmate would let me give a blocker here, so I kind of like that. I don't need the whale yet. That's true. Otherwise, I guess I get turned off a little bit for Assembler, but that doesn't matter. We're playing Alpha Real next turn anyway. So this at least gives us a blocker if they want to play the... But I guess I'm probably not trading with their Warp Dude. But they're playing a 3-drop anyway. That attack doesn't make sense. Yeah. All right. So we could do the lab ship now, but no, we do. Let's do this, and we might even ditch the lab. I guess it depends. So I want to keep Mechanizoa. I suppose we probably ditch the lab. Everything else we have, I think, is better. Not that lab's bad, it's a good card, but I just think we're better off jamming these cards instead. All right, so what's the play now? We at least have a blocker for their color. We're still land away from being able to cast the whale, so next turn is a good opportunity to do the whale, which means we might blast the Monoist when it attacks. Ooh, what's Tezzeret do again? Man, that's a strong card. We don't have an artifact either. Shoot. Man, that's a good cost for that effect too. And they still have 2 mana up as well with the Zookeeper. They could have actually tapped. They could have tapped in a way to play the color as a blocker too. Really thankful they didn't. Oh, they're going to do that one to take it to 1? Wow. That's pretty bold. I see. It actually brings it up to 2. If they attack there, they really deserve to get punished here. So, yeah, I was going to say, that's crazy for them to attack there. Absolutely crazy. So, our play is going to be Mechanizoa tapping down, because we get to attack with the Shieldmate at least too. Shoot. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Tapping down their flyer, attack with both. They have to do a double trade. They have to trade it with both. That's good. And then I follow up with the Hulk Carver. Yeah. I don't want them getting a robot here, so we'll do that. And for 5 at Tezzeret here. Force them both to get blocked, which is fine. And then we have the Hull Carver. Still in a little bit of a tough spot, but we'll figure it out, hopefully. I guess we got to keep our Alpha Real, so that actually worked out pretty good. And their dudes tapped down, and we have removal. So hopefully we can kill Tezzeret here, if we're so blessed. I mean, the issue is Tezzeret gets bigger with all the artifacts they play, so that does make it quite a bit more challenging. Cannot exile Planeswalkers with that either. Oh, that makes sense. So then they have it as blocker. Plus they had removal. All right. Worked out pretty well for him. All right. And gain the knife. So I could exile the Monoist, and then they don't get the robot. I suppose that's okay. Don't love that either. I don't really have a good play, though. I guess, yeah, you know what? It's probably whale to make sure I find the land. I really need the land here. I do get the land. Brings me to 6, so I think we will do that. So we're going to draw both our lands. They're not going to attack with the Monoist, so I guess I just probably eat up their mana, but they can still cast both their spells. That's a tough one. So I can get, yeah, shoot. Yeah, it's a tough one. All right, guess we're waiting. I mean, I don't really want to make this trade, but here goes. I could have grav killed it so they don't get that, but I wanted to make sure we found the land. It's a bit of a tricky spot. I mean, I hope they attack with the robot. That would be... Ideally, they attack with the robot. That would be the best. Oh, this could work out okay. Oh, they did it on that. Darn. Let's see. I mean, we got the Desculpting Blast, so it's not the end of the world. I'm okay taking 4 points of damage. Yeah, this is probably fine, because we don't have anything on the board, especially. Yeah, this is probably fine. All right, so we blast the 3/3, get rid of that, get a 1/1. That can attack Tezzeret. We take 4. We got the whale. We can attack Tezzeret. We can play the Assembler here, which probably is better. It sets us up better for Mechanizoa, so we'll do Assembler and attack Tezzeret. Which means they're going to get in for another 4 with the color, but then Tezzeret for sure dies, so that's okay too. Tezzeret's doing its job though. Shoot. I forgot what they even got the Lander token from. Oh, the Orbital Plunge. Nice. Alright, drew land, that's good. Hopefully their play is just smash with color so we can take out Tezzeret. I'll take my lick here. I wonder if they don't want to do that because they want to keep Tezzeret alive, which would make sense, but no, they're going for it. All right, so at least we get to Mechanizoa, tap down the Beckoner, kill Tezzeret. Oh, they get to untap it though. Well, shoot. Did work well for him, huh? Well, that's all right. So Mechanizoa versus Mechanizoa gets us a 2/2. Tap the Beckoner, attack with the Assembler in the thing. They have to top deck. Yeah, that's still the best. Get the robot. Attack here, attack here. They're in top deck mode at least. Man, this Tezzeret's been a real good card. They get their 2/1 back too. Wow. And it's an artifact, so they get to buff Tezzeret. Jeez. It's good value. It's just a 2/2 though, right? Man. Wait, they're taking that one? That's surprising. Huh. Not 100% sure why they... Oh, to bring it back up to 4? I guess that makes sense. And it's a blocker for the Assembler. Okay. I get it now. Jeez, Tezzeret doing its job. What are we going to do? Oh, they can untap their Beckoner. Or is it just untap an artifact? No, it's a creature too. Man, that card's good. Man, that card's good. Jeez. So we're up to 7. So we could do both of these. Then we got the 1 flyer, so maybe that's the best plan. Shoot. I mean, making them double block Mechanizoa is actually not bad either. And that leaves me Grav Kill. So let's do. Let's see. So 7. Yeah, I can't. Shoot. See if they're willing to double block. Let's just do Voidborn. And we'll attack these two on Tez. And probably gonna Grav Kill a Monoist, I'm guessing. I see, just keeping it alive. I guess that makes sense too. And pass, leave up Grav Kill. Man, that Tezzeret, I tell ya. Tezzeret's pretty sweet. It's been a real challenging one. I feel like I've been overcoming it this whole time. Attacking there, huh? Alright. I guess I'll take 2. Okay. What else we got? At least I don't get a loyalty for that. Alright, that's good. That's good. Ooh, almost misclicked there. That would have been a problem. So, now we can do the whale. So basically... Shoot. Alright, well... Guess we'll for sure just take this out for now. And then we'll play the whale. Man! Best Tezzeret of all time? I think so. Oh, well, yeah, I'll ditch that and keep the land for discard fodder. It's acceptable. Alpha Real. Whoops. Alright. And we can get in with these dudes. So they could double block. Yeah, they don't have a great double block here. They can kill the Mechanozoa and I'll kill both their dudes. I'm fine with that. Even if they double block, that would kill both their dudes, so I'm alright with it. And we drain them. They get a robot. We pass. Guess I could have attacked with Whale too. Yeah, maybe I should have. Attack with everything. Sure. All right. That should do it. See you for the next one. Okay, well, we've got a good hand here. Are we going all in on this Saboteur? We could. Because we got the Grav Kill. So we can go Saboteur into tap something down. So even if we buff it, decent spot there. Could do Sentinel or Mechanozoa next turn. Ooh, Lifelink. Well, I don't love that. Let's do the Mechanozoa. So my rationale here is it buys us at least a turn. And I've got Grav Kill and I've got Desculpting Blast to take care of it. Makes the best use of mana this turn. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to attack with the Sentinel if I played like my own Sentinel Or I wouldn't be able to attack with the Saboteur if I played Sentinel or Shieldmate, so it's probably fine. They still can't block the Saboteur, which is also fine. I have Desculpting Blast for Crawler, which is definitely fine. So we're missing out on our... Yeah, it's a little unoptimized, but that's all right. They kind of have to attack with Crawler here, I feel like. Be pretty sick if they did, but that's all right. So we'll blast that, bounce it, get a drone, block the Monoist. That's nice, actually. I will do that. Can deal with both their dudes. It's pretty sweet. Although, is it a mistake to block the Monoist? Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, I guess the reason to not is because I can get in for 5 next turn. That's probably true. They're gonna deal with it. You're gonna discard the card. Well, I'm definitely blocking now then. And then we get to play Alpha Real, so that's good. They were not having any more damage coming their way, so we'll block. They lose out on a sack thing. We take care of their 3-drop. Basically, we got a nice little 2-for-1. All right, this we're definitely doing. We got to find our land now. So we'll draw 2. We got 2 lands. We'll ditch. Probably the Shieldmate seems easy enough to ditch. Go land. Got the Freighter we're building towards. We got Mechanozoa. That dude's pretty good, but that's all right. We'll take 3 so we can grab kill that. Which I think we will take care of this little baddie. Multiple lifelink dudes, though, is pretty nice. So we got the Freighter. Sure. Sensible. They'll play the... Oh, okay. We get to draw a couple cards. Yeah, that worked all right for him. Got the Beckoner, so we're up to 6 lands. Probably really want to play Mechanozoa. It's certainly the best use of mana, though. Other option is Whale plus Sentinel. Why would I like Whale plus Sentinel here? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I feel like we've got the card advantage right now. We have the Freighter. We have some... Just got some trickiness that this feels kind of optimized to me, I feel like. We're not in a rush. We're ahead on the race. We don't need any more lands. So now they could play a fatty. We've got the Freighter. Oh, well. That's a little more harsh. I think we're still ditching the Beckoner, despite my best feelings about it. Oh, get the Beetle back. That makes sense. All right, well, we're just going to play our hand out then. Ooh, Cerebral Download. Shoot. That makes things trickier. I don't really want to ditch the download. All right, well, let's do... Yeah, I'm going to do download. This kind of sucks, but I'm definitely doing it. I'll keep that. Yeah, that's fine. And then I guess, yeah, this actually worked out okay. And then we can ditch the land to the Beetle. So, no, I'm going to definitely save the land as fodder here. We've got late game stuff going, so this is totally fine. Especially if they just want to bash here, yeah. So now we can go Freighter. which we definitely will. Just set them back. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And smash for 3. Doesn't matter. Play land, whale. And definitely keep both of those. So wait, I can put this in my graveyard. So we'll keep grab kill on top. And then I can warp that out of my yard. And we'll freighter and do this. All right, cool. And this is at 9. All right. Oh, I was supposed to do the, whoops. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. 2-4 there. So we do Mechanizoa. So go Mechanizoa. Tap here. Doesn't matter, they're tapped out anyway. And then we go Freighter, Mechanizoa, and Freighter, Sentinel, and untap here, and get in for 4, and that should do it. All right. Well, we got our 7 wins, which is pretty sweet. Guess I had color too, but hey, didn't need it. All right. Well, deck worked pretty well. Yeah, we'll take 7 wins all day. And let's do some pack one, pick ones. All right, pack one, pick one. Lysol Inquisitor. 1-drop, 2/1 Vigilance. Enters. Each one exiles a card from their hand. May play that card for as long as it's exiled, and they cost 1 more. Each land played this way enters tapped. All right, it's cool. It's a 1-drop, 2/1 Vigilance. So that's sweet. The Bruntar is sweet. Just extra cards. I really like that a lot. Great value. Radiant Strike's kind of expensive. Eulogist is very good for green-white. I like the Comet Crawler. It's got lifelink. Gets bigger. Focus Fire is some very playable removal. I didn't even realize until my opponent played it that it's 2 plus the number of, so it's at least 2, which is pretty good. And Mental Modulation is good. This is a good pack in general. I could see taking the Inquisitor, though. Just getting opponent hand information, plus a cheap beater blocker, and it's got upside to it. It's pretty nice. Windswept Bastion. Oh, yeah. I was pretty impressed when I had an opponent play that against me. Sammy's Ships Engineers make some robots. It's nice. Honored Knight Captain's good. 2 bodies in 1, and you get some eventual value out if you have any equipment. And the Enhancer is very good too. So land is kind of a free card for the deck. I don't mind first picking it. It's not, the problem with the land is it gives you resilience, but not like super top high-end power. But resilience is still good. And there's nothing that's like screaming at me in this pack. So I think I'd rather have the Mythic than like the Captain and Sammy and the Enhancer, I believe. Because that effect is strong. Copying stuff from your land is pretty nuts. So I think I would take it. And what do we have here? All right, probably Trajectory versus Depressurize. This is uncommon for a reason. I think deals with more things than Depressurize. So we'll take it. Diplomatic Relations is sweet too. I like the Fate Maker and the Technician, but yeah, we go Trajectory. I like Freighter. You know, at the end of the day, there was a game where I had a couple out and I lost, but I was still pretty impressed with it. I think there's certainly situations where you're happy to have it, and the upside of it is pretty sweet. This could be good too. Could be potential 4-cost 5/7 reach, which is pretty nuts. But I think I take Freighter. I like the versatility of it. Just like I said, the fact, if it was just a 6-mana sorcery bounce to non-spacecraft, it'd be decent. Not insane, but the fact that it's like a 4/7 with mill attached to it is actually really nice. I like the versatility of that. Aaliyah, Guided by Light, 3-mana, 3/3. You gain life. Wow, that's a sweet card. Yeah, Aaliyah seems amazing. We saw this one already. I like that. Honor is playable. And I was impressed with the Scrapper today too. Was not optimized by my opponents, but still good card. Definitely taking Aaliyah. Sweet. Very sweet card. All right. And we have Scrapbot, 3-drop, 3/1. All right. Not bad. Exile, I mean, get a Lander token out of it. It's actually pretty sweet. And it's colorless. I could see the value of that for sure. Alpha Real was good today. Got some card advantage. Nutrient block's decent. I think there's a reasonable argument to just take the scrap bot here. Exiling your opponent's graveyard is relevant in certain matchups, and creating a Lander token is always relevant. And the fact that it's colorless leaves you completely open, and you don't give anything nuts up here. Like, I definitely think there's quite a bit of advantage to this with just playing a 3-drop that can attack reliably well on your turn with the Death Touch, I mean, and then being able to, you know, potentially get some card advantage out of it is pretty sweet. But I'd probably still go with the scrap bot. Just leaves you more open. All right, and then here, I like this card. Starforge was sweet. I played it once and I liked it. The Trooper's very good too. A lot of goodies, good value out of that. Embrace of Oblivion is some removal, so is Grab Kill, but, you know, Hulk Carver, I think I might still take the land. This is probably worth it. That's just a strong, resilient card too. Good versatility on that. Provides you with mana, even if it's non-colored. Can buff a creature that's evasive maybe, or just late game, top decking, spit out robots. Not insane, but certainly good enough, I think. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. See you for the next one.